As always on Tuesday nights, we'd love for you to come out and join us as the Patriot Nation rolls in. And I apologize if I'm out of breath momentarily because I've been scrambling around trying to get our technical issues worked out, but I think we've got them now, and we are good, and we are ready to roll. All right, so this past Friday night, not a great one for the Hillcrest Patriots. They came into the game 3-0. Taking on the Vestavia Rebels and coming off on a high after beating the Hoover Bucks the previous week, 34-26, and undefeated overall, undefeated in the region. Everything's going along great. Go to Vestavia. Vestavia coming off a defeat to the mighty Hewitt-Trussville Huskies, and they were ready to play football. They came in ready. Hillcrest came in maybe a little bit, feeling themselves. And Vestavia took it to Hillcrest early, went up 21-0 in the first quarter. Second quarter came along, and Hillcrest started to settle down a little bit. And the game ended with a final score of 42-24, but it was too little too late for the Patriots as they had an uncharacteristic game of turnovers, fumbles that they recovered themselves, penalties that set them back on offense. Just the things that they had not been doing in the first three games happened to them in that game at Vestavia. But, that's the way things go. So we got to pick up the pieces. The season is not over. It's only one loss. The Patriots still are 1-1 in the region and still looking good as far as the playoff chances go, which is what Coach Mitchell always says. That's the number one goal, to make it to the playoffs. Once you get to the playoffs, you go from there. We'll have Coach Mitchell coming on here in just a few minutes, as we usually do. And I want to tell you everything else that we've got coming up on the show tonight. As always, we have our interviews with our players of the week. Jacoby Harris, the running back, was our offensive player of the game. Jeremiah Beverly was the defensive player of the game. Jeremiah, of course, the big defensive tackle. And Javion Lowe was our special teams player of the week. Javion, kind of an unusual winner for the special teams player of the week, in that Javion won the award as a defender, the special teams player of the week. It's usually the kicker, the holder, the punter, a returner, somebody like that. But he was just so fantastic and aggressive and made so many tackles on kickoffs that Javion caught our eye. We chose him as our player of the week. We're going to talk to those three guys in just a bit. We also are going to have our position spotlight, and our position spotlight is going to be on the hybrid safety linebacker crew, which is known as the Star Safeties. We got their head coach, Trey Ross, who is a former Hillcrest player. He'll be joining us here in just a bit. We've also got a couple of his guys from that position group, Jamichael Watson and Camarcus Silvers, who are having outstanding seasons. And then I usually say, when we do a sports spotlight, I usually say that we're going to go away from the football field for just a moment. But actually, we're going to stay on the football field with a football team. It's just the Hillcrest flag football team this time. Not the regular tackle football team, but the flag football team. We'll be bringing them to the table along with a couple of players from the flag football team and their coach, Stephen Gotti. We'll be bringing them up here and talking to them and finding out all about the Hillcrest flag football program, which is really doing pretty well in there. I believe it's the third year of the program. Flag football has become quite a sensation in the state of Alabama, and we're going to find out what's going on with the Hillcrest flag football team coming up real soon. Okay, we're going to take a quick break, but before we do, I want to remind you that you can watch Hillcrest football every Friday night on YouTube Live on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network channel. You can also catch it on the NFHS network. That is a pay service at $11.95 per month, or Mixlr.com/Hillcrest Football Live is where you can go to listen to the game only. All right, all those websites can be found, of course, on the Hillcrest High School web pages and also on the social media pages for Hillcrest High School. The Hillcrest Football Review Show has a brand new episode out. It came out yesterday. Coach Mitchell and I sat down and evaluated the loss to Vestavia. And I know it's a lot more fun to watch those review shows with the losses, but you got to follow the team when they lose, too. When you go back and watch the review, you'll see things weren't as bad as they might have appeared on the scoreboard. Mainly the mistakes with the turnovers and the penalties that really got Hillcrest behind the 8 ball. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to bring Coach Mitchell to the table, and he'll talk about last week's game, about the last week game against Vestavia, about how the Patriots are going to recover from that, and about how excited the Patriots are to get back to Roy Johnson Stadium and take on the mighty Hewitt-Trussville Huskies. We're back after this with Coach Mitchell right here on the Hillcrest Huddle on Tide 100.9 FM. Okay. All right, 3. The Hillcrest Football Review Show has a brand new episode out. It came out yesterday. Coach Mitchell and I sat down and evaluated the loss to Vestavia. I know it's a lot more fun to watch those review shows with the losses, but you got to follow the team when they lose, too. When you go back and watch the review, you'll see things weren't as bad as they might have appeared on the scoreboard. All right. Mistakes with the turnovers and the penalties that really got Hillcrest behind the 8 ball. Okay, we're going to take a break, and when we return, we're going to bring Coach Mitchell to the table. He'll talk about last week's game, about the last week game against Vestavia, about how the Patriots are going to recover from that, and about how excited the Patriots are to get back to Roy Johnson. I can't hear the. Okay. All right, there we go. Okay.
I got you.
I think we're good now.
A little hectic.
Yeah. Had everything, everything set up and everything shuts out right as you start to go. It just happens sometimes. I don't know. It's cursed sometimes. It's like, oh, we're not going to work now. I know we've been working for 30 minutes, wow. But we're not going to work now, so you're going to have to try to figure it out and fix everything and get back on. It's the fundamentals.
That's right.
My equipment is not living up to the fundamentals.
Exactly. Yeah.
Had too much success, and feeling good about itself. But that's on me, the coaching staff,
That's exactly right. Buck's got to stop with you.
That's right.
I think it's great that it does play. It's a little time delay, but I think it's really good that it plays over the TVs, really good.
And it doesn't affect us when we're talking because we can't hear it all. It's just background noise.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle, live from Walk On Sports Bistro. Brent Jones here with you, as I am every Tuesday night, as we celebrate all things Hillcrest athletics and primarily Hillcrest football. And you might say, oh, well, Hillcrest football is not doing that great. They lost to Vestavia last week, so what's going on? Well, you know what? That game doesn't even really matter. Of course, it does to a certain extent, but all is not lost. Everything is still out there in front of the Patriots now. A 1-1 region record, 3-1 record overall, and perhaps, Coach Mitchell, welcome to the show, perhaps maybe an eye-opener, a wake-up call for your team.
it'd be interesting to see if anybody goes to our region without a loss. You know,
True.
And you know, I mean, it's just it's one game after another. You know, and who knows what's going to happen in this thing. You know, there's a lot of football left to be played. And I told our kids Friday night, you know, I mean, this is one step in the journey, and you know, we have put ourselves in a position where the remaining games on our schedule are going to matter, you know. So it doesn't mean if it matter if it's this one or next week against Hueytown. I mean, even that one's going to have a big part in the end of this thing. So, you know, you better be in for the long haul, and, you know, you better be ready to have some ups and downs. This league, you're going to have that.
Can you tell a difference in the team? Like, in looking at the team and seeing how they were following the big Hoover win, and how great that felt, and then having everything taken down from them in Vestavia. Can you tell the difference just in their vibe, their attitude, and the way they approach things?
Well, I would assure you could ask them that question if they've seen a difference in our coaching staff, and from me directly, you know, I mean, just really raw about it, and, you know, just as we talked about earlier, you know, I mean, just the bad football that was played, and man, we have been so good at that, and just not even giving yourself a chance to be competitive, you know, and not to take anything away from the Vestavia, but, you know, we did about everything you could to lose a ball game and to lose it badly, and we got exactly what we deserved, you know. So it's one of those games. It's high school football. It's dealing with 15, 16, 17-year-olds, and you hope this week's a better product.
You know, you refer to the mistakes, the penalties, the fumbles, and even the 2 fumbles lost, but 3 other fumbles on the ground that caused you to lose yardage.
Absolutely.
And I think you gave me the stat. I don't know if you remember it, and we talked yesterday. You talked about through the first 3 games, the number of penalties, the number of turnovers versus that one game against Vestavia. What were those numbers?
I know those numbers. I can't go to sleep at night thinking about them. You know, for the first 3 ball games, you know, we had 3 pre-snap penalties on offense through 3 football games and 0 turnovers. Friday night, we had in our 14 first offensive snaps that we had 6 penalties and a fumble, and so that's 50% of our snaps on the first 14 snaps of the game, and you just will never recover from that, you know. And you'd love to think you wouldn't have 7 penalties or 6 penalties in a game. We had 6 in the first 14 snaps with a turnover. So.
And how many was it? 9 for the game?
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's amazing. And, you know, it's hard enough to win a football game when you do those things to yourselves. But when you're doing it against a team like Vestavia, you're really not giving yourself a chance, are you?
No, when Coach Patterson says it better than anybody, you know, Brent, it's hard to win a high school football game. It is hard to win one. And I don't care who you're playing. It's not easy. And, you know, and then when you don't give yourself a chance and you don't do the things that lead to successful football, man, it hurts, and I hate it for our kids. I hate it for our program. You know, we strive to win every ball game. That's our goal, and you know, we fell bad short of that this past Friday, and you know, but it's like I told them, man, it's just life lessons. I mean, you're gonna have ups and downs, and we've lived the highs a week ago and the lows this week, and you know, you pick yourself up by your bootstraps and you move forward.
And it's kind of like in life when things go bad. You still have a lot of life out there left to live, and you can pick yourself back up, and you still have a lot to play for in your life, and you do with this team too. That one loss doesn't really mean that much as far as your ultimate goals.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are old enough to know that tough times come in life. They come in marriage, they come in raising children, they come in paying bills. Sometimes you don't have the money for. I mean, there's just so many life lessons that this game teaches, and that's why I'm still doing it 35 years later. You know, I just think it's unbelievable at what it pours into kids, and you know, our kids will learn a lot from Friday, and we talked about, you know, being persistent and being, you know, just very good with our practice habits and our preparation, and you know, we must pay better attention to those kind of things.
All right, let's turn the page and let's look at Hewitt-Trussville now, because I mean, gosh, what a murderer's row. What a gauntlet to go through for these 3 games, and 2 of them on the road.
Right.
Hoover, Vestavia, and now Hewitt. At least you get them at home, but Hewitt-Trussville undefeated. The new poll comes out tomorrow, I guess, and they'll be either number 2 or number 3, and they definitely look like one of the best teams in the state.
They are, a ton of credit to them, and, they went over to Tupelo this past spring, and they beat Tupelo in the spring game, and Tupelo won the 7A title in Mississippi and got tons of players, and, it kind of started from them there, and then, they rolled into this year, and, they've been really, really good, which you would expect them to be. They were a year ago, They do a really good job, and another outstanding foe, as I've talked about 2 weeks in a row. September, man, good grief. Like you said, we go to Hoover, we go to Vestavia, we get Hewitt at home, and then, heck, we have Hueytown on the road. So 3 of the 4 in September are on the road, and nothing easy about this month.
Let's talk about last year's game. All right, so last year's game was a dogfight with Hoover. I believe we had the lead in the 4th quarter. Is that correct?
We were tied at half, and we had a chance to cut the game to a touchdown going into the 4th quarter.
That's right. Right.
We fumbled at the 3-yard line.
Right. But it was a close game.
Absolutely.
I believe we outgained them in total yardage. So anyway, the point is, it was a very hard-fought, even game. Does that have any effect on this year's game at all?
You hope so. Kids are, you can tell them a lot of things, but, you can't lie to them. And kids, whatever reason, they knew that Vestavia whipped us badly last year. And, it's hard to get kids to understand that we've got to have a mind change and understand that. But, hopefully this week they do know we played a very competitive game at Hewitt last year, in a game that we had a chance to contend and win the ball game late in the 4th quarter, and we just didn't do it. But, you certainly hope. Kids need confidence. They need belief, and, we hope that game last year will give us a little bit of that. We like I say, we had over 480 yards of total offense, just staggering numbers.
Yeah. And, boy, that defense that Hewitt has. Talk about some specifics about them and what they do and the players that we can expect to give us some trouble.
Well, they're built around their defense, They just don't give up points. And if you go back to last year, you look at the entire stats last year, they were a team that gave up less than 10 points a game, which is just unreal, Their game with Thompson was 15-10, It's just they do such an incredible job on defense. And they have really good players in some places, and then they have some average players, but they do a great job of building around their marquee guys, and they've got about 4 on both sides of the ball that, they got about 4 guys on offense that can play for anybody on any given Friday night, and they do a great job in spreading the ball. And probably the biggest thing about them is they've won these last 2 games with their backup quarterback, a ninth grader, and to go to Hoover and win at Hoover with a backup quarterback. They went to Vestavia and won with a backup quarterback. And they lost both tackles in the Hoover game. So they have overcome some real tough stuff and still finding a way to win. So I've known Josh for a long time. I think I mentioned, he and I were in Arkansas together, and so we go way back, and just a real special friend of mine.
That little backup freshman quarterback, though, is pretty impressive, though. I've watched a little bit of both the Hewitt-Vestavia game and the Hewitt-Hoover game. He's a little spark plug back there.
Yeah, that's actually Josh's son.
Yeah,
so he's the son of a coach, and the middle linebacker is his son too. So he's got 2 kids playing for him, and that's a special time as a dad and coach as well.
Is their starter going to be back this week? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't think he will be. If you watch the film, it looks like he had a broken collarbone. And,
okay.
And those just don't. Those are a month
that takes
to 6
a while.
Weeks. Yeah.
Right. All right, Coach. Well, it's going to be great to be back at Roy Johnson Stadium.
Yes.
That's an advantage for us. If you're out there watching, listening, get your tails out there to Roy Johnson and bring all the support you can, because the Pats are going to need it, and they're going to bring it Friday night.
Well, it'll be a great environment, and like you said, man, so glad to be back at home, and we look forward to it.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us, Coach. We appreciate you as always.
Thank you.
That's Coach Jamie Mitchell here joining us on the Hillcrest Huddle. We are going to take another break, and when we return, we're going to talk to our players of the week. And, of course, our players of the week are on offense, Jacoby Harris. On defense, Jeremiah Beverly, the big defensive tackle, and on special teams, Javion Lowe. So stick around. We're back with those guys right after this. This is the Hillcrest Huddle on Tide 100.9 FM. What's up, guys? Where's Jeremiah? Is he not here? Is Beverly not here? Oh, we'll just go without him, I guess. It's over here. Y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You got me?
Yes, sir.
What type of question you gonna ask him? You heard me? What type of question you asking him? What type of question you asking him?
Oh. It won't be hard.
It won't be hard.
And there won't be a test later, so you won't be graded or anything. All right, welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle live from Walk-On's Sports Bistro. My name is Brent Jones. I am your host. It's great to have you with us. It's great to have the Patriot Nation here out on a Tuesday night, as we do every Tuesday for the Hillcrest Huddle, to get ready for these games on Friday and to reflect on the games of the past. And joining me at the table now are two of our, and it looks like I've messed up this camera, y'all. If you look at the cameras up there, I don't have y'all on the camera. Jacoby, go over there and move that camera a little bit. Can you do that? I'm making Jacoby become a part of our crew. Just kind of tilt it a little bit till you get, look in the viewfinder there. Just kind of to the side a little bit right there. You got us in the shot now? You got us all in that shot now? Look right there. You see us all in that shot now?
Yes, sir.
This is professional radio at its best, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. Sometimes these things happen, but now we do. Okay. Anyway, now working as my technical producer here, we got Jacoby Harris, the star running back for the Patriots, and he was our offensive player of the game this past Friday night. Had a great game. The team, not as great as they wanted, but Jacoby individually had a great game. And another guy who caught our eye here to the left, not only is he a fantastic running back, but he really caught our eye on the kickoff team. How many tackles did you have on the kickoff team?
About like 3.
You had 3? Yeah. It looked like every time we looked up, we saw you down there on the kickoff team making tackles. Okay, guys. And we have one more player of the week, our defensive player of the week, Jeremiah Beverly, who is not here, but perhaps he'll show up and we'll bring him in. Anyway, guys, let's talk about. Trying to see what's that. Can you scoot that way just a little bit? I'm still trying to figure this out. Yeah. We'll just adjust ourselves. How about that? Yeah, that's better. That's better. You see, I want the audience to be able to see your pretty faces, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Jacoby, I'm going to start with you. I know the offense struggled with penalties and with turnovers, but what do you feel like y'all did well? Because, I mean, that was only a small part of the game. A lot of the time y'all did pretty well. What do you think you did well Friday night?
I think the offense did really good, like getting the ball to the players that can make plays. And the big thing we had going into the game is our playmaker make plays in open field and not get tackled in open field, which I think we did a pretty good job of.
Now, one thing I want to ask you, and I'm going to the Vestavia defense, they disguise their defenses a lot, right? Yeah, they move around. They make you think they're going to bring a blitz. They drop back. They get in different coverages. Did that affect y'all a lot on the field Friday night?
It most definitely did. Our offensive line, I think it was the first drive. Our center snapped the ball on their voice. They moved, they shifted.
Oh, is that what happened on that first snap?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. So that's why, and Jordan wasn't even looking for the ball, and all of a sudden it was there bouncing off his chest.
Yes, sir.
But it looked to me like everybody else moved. So it was them barking out the signals?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. That's kind of a cheap trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, with the problems, all right, the first 3 games, hardly any problems at all. 2 pre-snap penalties in the first 3 games. Then all those problems this past Friday night. What do y'all do to fix that?
It's really just being disciplined, honestly, and going back and just playing clean football.
Okay. Hewitt defense gave up 10 points a game last year. This year they gave up 14 to that Vestavia juggernaut that y'all played, and 14 to Hoover last week. How do y'all approach this defense?
Really same way with Hoover, just getting our guys the ball that can, make plays and yeah.
That's it. Okay. All right, I'm going to move on to you, Javion. I feel like I should be taking a snap and faking it to one of y'all and then pitching it to the other of you, right? It's like got a little backfield going here, right? Javion and Jacoby, of course, are 2 main running backs. Javion, but I want to talk to you about playing special teams. You got to really love it to be good on special teams, don't you? Tell me what's going through your mind, what your mindset is on special teams.
Get down there and tackle them.
So are you the gunner on the play? Are you the gunner? Well, what's going on here with you? Let's see. Talk to me now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Still not getting you very well. All right. So,
they're too loud.
well, it's okay. All right, I got you, but it may be loud in your ear, but is that better?
Yes,
that better? That good?
Yes,
okay, got you now. Okay. So, what do you think it takes to be a good kick coverage specialist or punt coverage specialist?
To just hold your lanes and run full speed down the field.
Well, it didn't look like you were holding your lane. It looked like you were at the ball right as the guy got the ball.
Yeah, I got to hold my lane till I get down there.
Okay, so once you got down there. Okay, since you're a running back as well, I want to talk to you about this. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer playing the fullback position or the tailback position?
Both.
Both? Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You seem to like the Belly G play a lot, right?
Yes, sir.
What do you
That's my
like?
favorite play.
What do you like about that play?
No, but I just love that play for some reason.
Do you like that you're able to get the ball so quickly and already be there in the second level of the defense so fast?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Jacoby? What's your favorite play?
Tailback.
You like that sweep, don't you? Just that toss sweep. That's your favorite. Okay.
Or that screen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I can tell in calling the games. I can tell which plays y'all like the most, because those are the ones you're the most successful at, right? Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I'm sad to say that our defensive player of the game, Jeremiah Beverly, never showed up, but we do have Javion Lowe, special teams player of the week, and Jacoby Harris, our offensive player of the week here. Guys, we have these beautiful plaques here for you from Award Company of America. So take those home and enjoy those. How many of those do you have now, Jacoby?
I think 4 maybe.
Yeah, 4?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. This is your first one, right? Get one for offense.
Yes,
all right?
sir.
Dude, I want to see you back here next week, and I want to give you an offensive player of the game plaque, all right? So that's your goal this week, all right?
Okay.
All right. All right, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. Great job. Good luck Friday night
Yes, sir.
at Roy Johnson Stadium. All right, those are our players of the week joining us here tonight for the Hillcrest Huddle. We're going to take another quick break, and when we return, we're going to do our position spotlight on the star position. We'll have their coach, Trey Ross, along with a couple of his players coming to join us. So keep it right here. We're back after this. This is the Hillcrest Huddle on Tide 100.9 FM. I'll sit in that chair and then two y'all there. I'll let you sit and call the game. I can tell which plays I like the most. Those are the ones you're the most successful.
Y'all two sitting in them chairs, you say. Y'all sitting in them 2 chairs, you say.
Hey, no, you can hear me? Say it again. You can? Yeah. I did it last year. Dude. Ain't no way.
Stars, then Warriors and outside, like the true Baptist.
So I had to take a commercial break. I had to take a commercial break at the top of the show because we're having some technical problems. So I'm one break short. I usually take a break between each segment, but I don't have any commercial breaks left. So I'm just going to get y'all to get up when I ask for the flag football people to come, and y'all just swap out the headphones with me. Okay, cool. No. When I'm done with y'all, y'all are going to swap headphones and come in. Sorry. When I'm done with talking to y'all, I'm going to get them to just swap out without taking a commercial break.
Yes, sir. I ain't even in. Hold on, scoot over.
Hey, Gotti. Coach Gotti. Will you hit the zoom on that and back it out a little bit?
Oh, there we go.
It's on the top. Last time. All right, welcome back to the Hillcrest Huddle. Brent Jones here with you live from Walk On Sports Bistro, as we are every Tuesday night. Great to have you with us, and we have moved over to our position spotlight now, and what we have for you now is the star position on defense. And our coach of the star players is Trey Ross, and over here we have Jamichael Watson, and we have Kemarcus Silvers. Coach Ross, I want to start with you. First of all, I want to ask you, this isn't your first time to be on the Hillcrest Huddle, is it?
No, sir.
You were on the Hillcrest Huddle as a player.
Yes, sir. Multiple times.
For the Patriots.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, and you took home some of these awards that we have here, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about that. First of all, let's talk about your playing career at Hillcrest. Kind of give us a recap of your years at Hillcrest and what that was like for you.
Well, I came in my 10th grade year. I played mainly like special teams and stuff like that. Got a chance to start playoffs. And after that, it just took off from there. Played all my junior year, senior year, left, went to Troy. Had a 2-year, 3-year career, got hurt, and now I'm coaching.
Oh, I didn't know you got hurt, but you were an awesome player at Hillcrest. I remember finding you across the middle as tight end.
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
it was awesome. It was so much fun watching you play. What were those years that you were at Hillcrest?
From 2017 to 19.
17 to 19. Okay, so you were pre-COVID.
Yes,
So
sir.
you're lucky with that, being
Yes, sir.
pre-COVID, right? Okay, and then at Troy, you say you had an injury. What was your injury?
I had a cervical, I had a herniation in my neck, and I bruised spinal cord, and I had to have neck surgery for that.
Ah, did it happen in a game?
No, sir, it was practice.
In practice.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hate that for you. But Troy's a great place, though. I know you enjoyed playing there. All right, Trey. Well, let's talk about the star position first, okay? Because a lot of people, traditional football fans just know of linebackers. They know of cornerbacks. They know of safeties, defensive line, maybe defensive end. Can you kind of explain to everybody out there what you mean by the star position?
Okay, so for us, the star position is basically, to dumb it down, just a nickel safety. All right, so the way our defense is, we have a true outside backer and our nickel safety that we usually play in the box or in pass coverages or whatever, but they're interchangeable. So sometimes Silver, he's our starting star, but J. Mike also plays it too some. They're basically just interchangeable backers. They can play in the pass game, they can go high up safety, or they can be down true outside backers.
So it's just wherever you need them on a particular play, right?
Yes, sir. That's why our nickname for the group is Swiss Army, like a Swiss Army knife. We do everything.
Okay. Well, so this is your second year as a coach at Hillcrest, right?
Yes,
what
sir.
were you coaching last year?
I was helping Bray Sullivan coach the inside backers.
Oh, okay.
sir.
And now you're the star coach. Okay, talk about your particular group here, your guys that you have playing for you.
I love my guys, man. I don't even know really what to say. Those guys, they work hard for me. I know they hate me sometimes. I'll be on their head, but they do what I ask them to do most of the time. They're hard workers. It's just they make plays sometimes. It's just time of night,
Right. And you're also teaching at Hillcrest, too. Talk
Yes,
about
sir.
that.
This is my first year teaching biology. Never
Yeah.
thought I was going to be a biology teacher, but hey, here I am.
Yeah. So were you always a good science student in school?
Oh, yes, sir. I love science. That's my major in college is exercise science.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's probably the only real thing I love for is like school-wise.
Well, that's good. Well, it's good that that's what you're teaching, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. Well, it's great to have you with us, Trey. It's always a thrill to see people that you saw in their high school days come back and contribute to the high school in their adult years. It's awesome to have you with us. Okay, guys, I want to turn to y'all. We got Kemarcus and Jamichael here with us. Guys, what do you see as your job at your star position?
Basically, like I say, just gotta pay attention, focus, and like you just gotta pay attention basically.
Okay. What's the hardest thing about playing your position, Jamichael?
Trying to run, no, trying to get the run,
Trying to get the run. Do you sometimes kind of get frozen and you don't know if you need to be looking for the run or the pass, kind of in
Yes, sir.
between? Is that what happened against Vestavia with all that motion and
Yes,
everything?
sir.
Did it kind of, because it felt to me like, and you can talk to this too, Coach Ross. It felt to me like y'all had the athletes out there, but they kind of had y'all confused a little bit on what they were doing, and kind of froze you a little bit. Would you say that's accurate?
Yes, sir.
Can you kind of go through a play, like pick out a play, and tell me a time when that happened and why it would happen?
long.
When they motion their receiver, all their receivers on one side, and they were just dead on the side I was on. So like it just confused me because I didn't know if they were gonna run something to me, run away from me, or throw it to my side.
And then by the time you figured out what was going on, it was too late, right? They were already down the field.
Yes, sir.
Did you want to add to that, Key Marcus?
Probably the trick plays. Trick plays was very hard. I mean, like it's like they knew what they were doing. Like they know what they're doing. You can tell they've been playing with each other for a long time. They're very chemistrated. So like we went over the plays through practice, but like how they do this, like they discovered how they disguised it basically.
It's something that's hard to simulate in practice, isn't it, Coach Ross?
It's very hard. It's especially with Vestavia, they do so many different intricates and different shifts, motions, tackle overs, and all that. So we had a hard time trying to simulate that for our BR team.
Right. Guys, I want to ask you about him. Tell me what he's like as a coach.
He really like our big brother for real.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like
I don't even too much see him as a coach. I just see him as a big brother that been here. Yeah.
I know he works hard though, doesn't he?
He works hard.
Tell me what you've learned from him.
basically always be physical.
Physical.
Give it everything right. Always give it basically. Give it your 100% all the time.
Okay. Do you see yourselves as more linebackers or corners? How do you see yourself?
I see myself as mainly a linebacker.
You do? Why is that?
Because most likely we always in like the linebacker position, outside linebacker, and like we always in the run game, and like barely. Sometimes the passing schemes they be doing. So yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Coach Ross, guys, appreciate y'all coming.
Yes,
Love
sir.
watching you play on Friday nights. Looking forward to having you back at Roy Johnson Stadium.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Taking on Hewitt. It's going to be a tough one. Y'all are ready, though. I can feel it.
Oh, yeah, sir.
All right. All right, appreciate y'all. That is our star linebacker position in our position spotlight, and you see the guys getting up now. We don't have another commercial break here. We're going to keep it right here, and we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're not going away from the football field, but we are going to a different brand of football, and we are going to be talking to our flag football coach, Stephen Gotti. And Coach Gotti, if you would, please introduce us to your two players that you brought here with you tonight.
Right, I got senior Zoe Davis and senior Jamie Hughley, both wide receivers for our team here with us tonight.
Okay, sounds good. All right, I want to talk to you first, Coach Gotti. This is your second year as the flag football coach at Hillcrest.
That's correct.
How did you become the flag football coach at Hillcrest High School?
You know, it was kind of offered to me to take over this position. My background was a little bit more with boys football, but given the opportunity to take over, run this program, and the need for somebody to step in and take this program over was presented to me, and it was an opportunity that I look forward to, honestly. This is a growing sport that is getting a lot of momentum, not only in the state of Alabama, but nationally, with the NFL's partnership with everything and the USA football program coming along. It's been an Olympic sport now, and you're seeing across community colleges, and even today there was a collegiate football league coming in with major four-year universities that are part of this flag football movement that's going on in the country.
Okay, and now last year was your first year,
Yes.
as we mentioned, and I know there had to have been a learning curve in that first year. Can you tell me some of the things that you learned in that first year that you've been able to apply here in the second year?
It's a learning curve for everybody. It's not just coaches, players, officials. It's trying to figure out how we're going to get this sport off and going, and the rules that we all abide by and everything like that. It's a learning curve across the board for everybody. This year is a little bit different because the NFHSA or the NFHS stepped in and provided a national rule book platform that we're all going to follow now.
Oh, okay.
So that's the kind of
So
change.
you were playing by different rules around the country then?
Yeah, I believe
last
last year we were on the international flag football rules rule book, and it's kind of interpreted different from league to league on how you want to go to it. So this year, having a defined, concrete set of rules that we all have to follow on is good. It's good, but it presents different challenges in its own right. For us, it meant, we had to do get all new uniforms. We had to get all new flag belts. We had to get everything to abide by the new rules. But it's good. At least everybody's on the same playing field now, and we have a good idea of what we can expect moving forward.
Right. Okay. So you obviously have a background in tackle football.
Yeah.
And now you have experience in flag football.
That's right.
Can you tell us the basic differences between the two sports?
I mean, obviously up front, there's no tackling going on, although, there's a lot of contact. That's the misconception with flag football is that it's almost like, we're just pulling flags, or it's like two-hand touch and it's not going to draw contact, but we have injuries. I mean, there's a big
But you
push.
still block.
Not technically. It's more
when you block, you just kind of get in the way, right?
Yeah, it's more like guarding in basketball to an extent. So there's not a lot of blocking going on, but, any of these girls right here will tell you it's just like boys football. If you go over the middle looking to make a catch, you're going to run into bodies. And you're bound to catch a shoulder or bang your head off of somebody, and there's contact. There is, but we're trying to keep it to a minimum.
What's the key to having a good flag football team?
I mean, for us, it is having a core set of athletes that understand the game, that are willing and committed to be part of this team, taking the effort and the commitment to pull away from their other sports, because all the people that play for us are two-sport athletes for the most part. And it's making an effort, especially for our seniors. A couple years into this, they've been spending, decade of their life playing softball or soccer or something else, basketball. And so they're coming in trying to learn a new sport and put the work in. But our group of girls are great. They put the work in. They came in over summer, did conditioning. They do film sessions. They do everything that I expect the boys to do.
Okay.
They come in and they do that. So.
Okay. Hey, girls, I want to move on to y'all now, okay, and talk about it from a player's perspective. How do you feel about your team and your season so far?
I feel like our team is really more put together,
Is it you have more of an understanding, a chemistry with each other?
Yeah, it's more of a chemistry because the whole team are friends. Once you know each other outside the field, we play better, put together or whatever. Yeah, that's really it.
Do you want to add to that?
No, I was just going to say the chemistry thing.
Okay, can you put your mic a little bit? Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Okay, so tell me this. I know you want people to come out and support you when you play your games. What can people expect when they come out and watch a flag football game?
A very high-intensity game, just like
yeah,
the
I
boys.
was going to say that. Yeah,
Okay.
We do everything that the boys do.
Except tackle. Well,
Yeah.
No, I ain't even going to say except tackle. But we be doing that too.
Sometimes you tackle accidentally, right?
Not accidentally.
What's the best thing about being a flag football player? What do you like the most about it?
You get to do, the celebrations and have all the hype without actually being on the football team.
Oh, okay. And what is the best? You talk about yourselves individually. I like these sweatshirts, by the way. Those are nice.
Thanks.
Tell me about yourselves individually as players and what you think your strengths are. You're both wide receivers, right?
Yes, sir.
So y'all get to run with the ball because, that's pretty much what the game's about. It's passing to the wide receivers and trying to get them in the open field, right?
sir.
Tell me what your strengths are.
I'd say my strength is knowledge of the game. I grew up watching football. I've always loved football.
Oh, yeah?
And I've always been involved in football. So just knowledge of the game, knowing oh, she's playing me. She's up on me. Run this route, do this, that,
Okay.
third.
Okay.
Yeah, I would probably piggyback off her. I've been playing football, in the yard since I was little, and then actually being able to play a sport with it is actually, fun, really. And going into it oh, I see the middle's wide open, I'm going to run it in and throw me the ball and I'd score.
Okay. Sounds like these girls know their stuff, Coach.
They do, and I just to comment on that, I'd say Zoe's a very technical route runner. It's one of her best things. She finds ways to get open. She's got a good first step. Jamie's great on delaying her routes, beating her man, finding the open spots, hitting it. Both of them are having a great year, catching the ball, multiple touchdowns across the board for everybody, multiple catches. It's great.
How's the season going, guys, so far? How many games have you played? What's your record?
We're 4-1 right now.
Nice.
know how everybody expects us to do great. I expect us to be 5-0. Like,
Yeah.
we need to be 5-0 at this point, but we're about to be 5-1.
Okay. When's your next game?
Thursday
Against?
Northside.
Northside. Okay, who are the stronger teams on your schedule that you play, and who are your rivals?
I would probably say the stronger teams is probably Northside.
Yeah,
Northside's a
Northside.
real put-together team. They have good team chemistry. They know what they're doing. They're fundamentally sound, and they come out there to play and compete. And
Rivalry? I won't say nobody. We
I'd
already
probably
beat our
just say
rivalry.
TC just
Nope.
because it's TC.
We already beat our rivalry. I don't care.
Yeah, we've beat TC 2 years in a row.
Well, just because you beat them doesn't mean they can't be your rivals, right? You're supposed to beat your rivals.
TC would
It's
think
just
that.
like-
What?
TC would think that.
Yeah,
TC would
it's
say
just
they were
like-
our rival.
Yeah.
Our girls look at TC as just the next game on the schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You take that approach, huh?
We
Okay.
take that approach.
I got you. Okay, so as far as regions go and how it breaks down and making the playoffs and all that kind of stuff, how does that work?
Similar to boys football, we're in Region 4, which is primarily all the schools in Tuscaloosa County that are 6 or 7A, with the exception.
Oh, so it's a combination of 6 and 7.
6 and 7A.
Okay.
Which, at the rate we're growing, it might be 7A by itself pretty soon. But McAdoo is the only outside of Tuscaloosa County school that's in our region.
Okay.
It's 6. We're the 7th team in the region, so it's kind of the first 1 to 6 wins kind of runs away with the region, and then 4 teams will make the playoffs. And right now we're in a good position. We got 2 region wins under our belt, so we're kind of sitting right there at the top, making a push.
Okay. That sounds great. I really hope that I get to come out and watch y'all play some this year. I've seen the team play a couple of times before in the past, and it's always a lot of fun and exciting to watch. Now, are you at Hillcrest for your next game, or are you at Northside?
We're at Northside, and then next week we got Central coming in for our first game of the season. It'll be our home opener.
You mean you will have played 5 games without playing at home?
That's right. We learned how to play on the road, and then
I guess y'all are looking
we take
forward
the
to
road.
being at home, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so when is that game?
September 23rd.
September 23rd, what time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and that's
Tuesday
night? Well, you know where I'll be.
Yeah.
I'll be right here.
You'll be here.
But hey, y'all need to contact me and get somebody to contact me and give me score updates so
we
I can
go.
update everybody
We'll get you.
and let them know what's going on. But I really want to come and see y'all play before the season is over. I guess when y'all found out, all right, when you found out a couple of years ago, they said Hillcrest is going to have a girls flag football team. I want to know what your emotions were, what your feelings were the minute you heard that.
I was very excited because, like Jamie said, I grew up in the yard playing football all the time. So I was excited. I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
During that time, I was playing basketball when I found out, and we couldn't play at the time because it's basketball, flag football around the same season.
Okay.
And so then when I stopped playing basketball, I was like, might as well play flag football. And, I grew up playing, like Zoe said, grew up playing football or whatever. I really like it. And ever since I started, it's been pretty fun.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all, thanks so much for being with us. I can't wait to see y'all play. And again, like I said, be sure you, if y'all are playing at the same time and we're here, to get somebody. I'll give you my number, Coach, and y'all get somebody to text me and give me updates, and I'll.
Every Tuesday. We play a lot on Tuesdays. So
You
every
do.
Tuesday we'll
Okay.
get
How
that
did this
score
happen
update.
that you were able to be here tonight? You just happened to be off tonight?
We had a conflict with the stadium. We were supposed to play Selma tonight, but we had to move that game around because Duncanville
okay.
Middle's out there doing their thing right now. So.
Okay. Well, all right then. Then, again, thank you so much for joining us. We got to wrap things up here. This is our flag football team. Coach Gotti and a couple of his players here, Zoe and Jamie. Zoe and Jamie. All right. Can't wait to see y'all play. We're going to wrap things up here at the Hillcrest Huddle. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Don't forget that Friday night, Roy Johnson Stadium, the Patriots will be taking on the Hewitt-Trustville Huskies, and you need to be there to support the Patriots. But if you can, of course, you can join us on our broadcast on the Hillcrest Football Broadcast Network, YouTube Live, NFHS Network, or on Mixlr.com. Any of those places, but where you need to be is at the stadium to help move the Patriots on to victory. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you back again next Tuesday night here on the Hillcrest Huddle on Tide 100.9 FM. Good night and go Pats.